New at 9, have you ever wanted to race a cop? The opportunity only comes around every so often, legally, that is. This weekend, local police lined up side by side to race against the public, all to raise awareness about illegal street racing.
Students, car enthusiasts, officers, and retired law enforcement pulled at a Tulsa Raceway Park to test their speed against each other. Several agencies partnered with technical colleges and high schools around Green Country, inviting students to the 8th Mile Drag Race and Burnout Contest.
So last year we had our first annual Race a Cop here in Tulsa, and this is our second annual one. And it's just to get the kids off the streets, show them a safe way to race, where they don't have to worry about the red and blue lights coming on in the rearview mirror and paying those consequences, and they're not going to injure or hurt anybody on the streets.
The Race a Cop event out here, hoping to race some cops, dust them, have some fun.
The opportunity to come out here and race a cop, I brought out my F-150 just to see what it'll do. I brought out my little brother so he can come here and watch, get involved.
What are we doing today? We're going to be doing some drag racing.
The goal is to combat illegal street racing and hopefully save lives by providing a safe way for people to race their friends or an officer instead of being chased by one.
They can either race a cop, they can race one of our cars, they can race each other, get them off the street into a safe environment. Racing on the streets, you never know what you're going to get out there, and it's really dangerous. All of us that's been in law enforcement have had to go knock on a door and tell them their child's not coming home because somebody's driving.
Students were able to race an officer on the track in their police car, or they could race against a former officer who may have put a little more work underneath the hood. The event is a partnership with Beat the Heat, an organization filled with former law enforcement who travel the country, making events like this one available to more communities. Retired Glenpoe Police Chief Dennis Waller says events like this one can help save lives.
Oh, it's a blast. Anytime we can get a kid off the street to keep them from getting hurt, that's what we were in law enforcement for anyway.
David Shedd, or Sarge, is a former Oklahoma State trooper, and after retiring in 2009, he joined Beat the Heat.
I love it. You know, being a state trooper for 25 years, and I taught the pursuit driving courses, and you get used to the speed, and you just don't want to stop. So next thing you know, you're drag racing. All it takes is just a split second, whether it's a mistake on their part or the other car's part, and the next thing you know, you got some severely injured kids or killed in the accident.
This is a way to keep them safe.
Exactly.
I was able to join Sarge on one of these races.
It's a 75 Nova. It's got a little 383 cubic inch motor in it. I get accused of being the slowest one out here, but I think mine's the prettiest one.
And there was well over 100 racers here today, go up against several dozen law enforcement and retired law enforcement. Today was all about promoting racing, but safely. At Tulsa Raceway Park, covering news that matters, Devin Lyon, Fox 23 News.
Nice. Students who entered the race today also got more training from law enforcement on what to do in extreme scenarios when you're behind the wheel.